I have been at Desco just over 28 years. So one of the things I find about my day-to-day within DE Shaw is that we're constantly solving interesting problems. The thing that makes it really fun for me is examining these problems from so many different angles. PJRmi is essentially the seamless integration of Python and Java as programming languages. We have these two very large ecosystems of Python and Java, and sometimes you would potentially want to write something in one language, but you were forced into using the other language because of the environment it was in. At some point we took a step back and went, well, does it have to be this way? Can we actually sort of rethink the problem and see what's going on here? And so that's where PJRmi came about. And one of the things we did was say, well, rather than having competition here, how can we turn it into a collaboration? Because it's through collaboration that you get these emergent solutions that often tend to be much better. You can think about the thing you are working on as a single entity in a way, as opposed to being sort of a client and server kind of type of model. Going down to first principles really helped, and sort of trying to remember that these are just two programming languages. They're basically two manifestations of the same general concept of trying to express your desires to a machine. Looking for points of commonality and general themes was a very useful technique for me in sort of figuring out where to join them together and how they should fit together. The perspectives that open source brings can be really useful for us. Being able to see how particular pieces of software are solving different problems that we might have, or we might have different aspects of, can be incredibly useful, especially when sometimes we'll see a problem that is being solved in open source that isn't necessarily a problem for us today, but can actually turn out to be a problem for us tomorrow. It's important to be active members in the open source community, because by being an active member, we can help shape the tooling and the vision that is coming through open source, and the community benefits from that as well.